This is the day when one of football's glamour clubs has taken the field without £4 million worth of talent. Spurs absentees include Glenn Hoddle, Steve Archibald, Ozzy Ardiles, Gary Stevens and Danny Thomas, while Alan Brazil only gets the number 12 shirt. Injuries past or present are the root cause, but stout away performances by players of lesser reputation mean Keith Birkinshaw keeps the side, which won in Drogheda in the UEFA Cup on Wednesday. Everton are without new signing Terry Curran, who's injured, and Andy King, who's been ill. There's a recall in the central midfield position for Peter Reid, with Trevor Steven, who came from Burnley, playing on the right. And Alan Harper at number 2 is one of 3 former Liverpool players in the Everton team. Johnson and Sheedy are the others. Spurs in white start the match looking for their first home win against an Everton side who lost here last season but did put Spurs out of the FA Cup at Goodison Park. It's Kevin Sheedy, number 11. Everton themselves have been going through a sticky patch. That's offside against Graham Sharp and taken quickly by Perryman. And the referee this afternoon is Eric Reid from Bristol. Came off Roberts to Heath. There's an offside flag up here anyway, but the referee will apply an advantage there and allow Galvin to go on his way. Crooks and Falco looking for positions inside. Here's Crooks. But Everton quick in the tackle and slack in the distribution, which caused in the end a foul by Harper on Crooks. So Price moves up for Tottenham. So does Houghton. And Crooks is offside. David Johnson. Reid. Sheedy. Johnson. It was Roberts who came in with everything. Very much his trademark. One of the toughest tacklers in the business, Graham Roberts. Sheedy took it. They're appealing for offside, but the flag stayed down this time. Brook back to help. Forces the goal kick. Slack by Price. This is Sheedy. Or Roberts rather, and Price comes over now, but it was Roberts who made the initial error. Galvin. A series of stoppages, mostly for offside, but there have been a few fouls too, like that one. So Everton now have the free kick. This is Sheedy taking over again. Offside again if the referee sees the linesman's flag, which is going to cause a slight confusion there. There was a flag for offside, which initially the referee didn't see, and by the time he did, he'd given a corner, which Sheedy will take. Higgins got a touch, and it was turned in by Reed. Sheedy swung the corner in, Higgins flicked it on, and Peter Reed scored his first goal for Everton since joining them from Bolton Wanderers. But Tottenham will look back on the goal and the build-up to the corner, and although nobody went to the referee in protest, it's my feeling from here that the linesman was flagging for an offside before the corner was conceded. However, Everton are in the lead with only their third goal of the season, and here's Sharp. Higgins, who had the flick on from the corner. So a vindication of Howard Kendall's decision this morning to play Peter Reed at number 6. Here's Falco. Oh, and the referee takes a tumble. And there's a weird coincidence about that. Eric Reed, the only man I know ever to be knocked out by Trevor Brooking. And it happened, if you've got a good memory, during a match we televised once at West Ham. He was knocked cold by Trevor's elbow accidentally, and he took another tumble there after colliding with a passing player. I think it was Steve Perryman this time who collided with the referee, so I suppose it's people like him and Brooking involved. You always know it's an accident. Sheedy. And here's Bailey. Sharp is in there, but so too was Roberts. Back in by Harper. And Heath, with Clements having to come a long way. Handball by Crooks, it seemed. Or an attempt at it anyway. Here's Perryman. Well, half an hour gone, and Ray Clements just relieving Tottenham of more concern. But it's further forward that Spurs will be most worried, because they've yet to make a good scoring opportunity at the other end. And the crowd only too aware of that. Falco. Galvin, Falco. Tangling with Ratcliffe in the end, and looking at the referee, Mark Falco. The truth is told, there was no support to his right. Sheedy. Roberts got in well. Crooks with the neat control. Was his foot high there? Dangerous play. O'Reilly. There's Perryman. No challenge on Higgins at all. Perryman again. Roberts to Brook. Everton with something to bite on now. Houghton. Stephen, who was penalised. Here's Perryman. Galvin. Oh, and David Johnson able to pick things up for Everton. It was Stephen who won the ball initially. Two coming from midfield to Johnson's left. One of them is Sheedy going through now, number 11. And Roberts did just enough because there were two Everton players waiting to come in if Sheedy could have cut the ball back. Instead, he can take the corner. And this was how the goal came, with Higgins, number 5, a threat in the near post area, and Reed coming in at the far post. And this time, it's a free kick to Spurs, an infringement in the 6-yard box. Forward by Stephen. Owen Price's mistake, and Sharp is in here and could so easily have made it 2-0. Paul Price, who's bleeding quite badly from a cut on the face, misdirected the header, and Sharp was in. Easy to say he should have scored, but he took it fairly early, and Clements had obviously narrowed the angle. So Spurs fortunate not to go two behind. Here's Sharp again, and he's through once more. And chance here for Johnson. Good save by Clements. Sharp to Johnson. It was a good opportunity again, but a former Liverpool goalkeeper foiled a former Liverpool forward there. There was a handshake before the kick-off between Ray Clements and David Johnson, but that was Everton's second opportunity within a minute to go further in front. Perryman. Brook. And out by Harper. Now have Everton let Tottenham off the hook. If Spurs were to equalise before half-time, Everton could only look back and regret two chances spurned. It's curling a bit as Price came in. Here's Brook. Brooks, Price, Mabbott. Bailey's header out. And now Spurs in more trouble of their own making. That was Perryman, and this is Heath. Stephen is well forward, and Heath shoots. Well, Ray Clements reacted very quickly there. It was a good save going to his left. Expression on the face of the Spurs manager Keith Birkinshaw, because to add to all the other injury problems they've had in recent weeks, Gary O'Reilly is now down. Meantime, Paul Price has also gone across for attention to a cut on the face, so Spurs have got O'Reilly back on his feet, but they're temporarily down to 10 men because Price is making his way back on the field. Falco, and this is Brook. There's some good movement about Everton now. So often when you get two teams meeting when they're short on confidence, a goal can dictate the course the game takes. And it's Everton who are going forward with promise, and Spurs who are still playing very shabbily. And Johnson's in there. This is Sheedy! The second goal was on the cards, and it comes from Kevin Sheedy after 38 minutes. Spurs failing to clear the throw, and Sheedy, whose left foot is so tried and trusted, driving that firmly past Clements. It's his second goal of the season, to add to the 13 he got last year for Everton when he was their player of the year. And it's put Tottenham in terrible trouble here in front of their own supporters, 2 down and not playing at all well. Ball's out. So already this afternoon, Everton have doubled their goals total for the season. Crooks. I still can't recall Jim Arnold in the Everton goal being in any difficulty up to now. Falco knocked one back, Perryman is in there, and still they can't make a shooting chance. And it's on the break where Everton have thrived, forcing Tottenham into mistakes. And with 5 minutes to go to half-time, it's 2-0, and it could have been 4. Reed. Here's David Johnson. And now it's Stephen going past Mabbott and forcing a corner off Heaton. Oh, there'll be Spurs who'll be pleased to get back to the dressing room at half-time, but first they have to defend this corner. And Sharp came in at the other post and was thwarted by Roberts. David Johnson waiting almost on the line. Clearance was by Price, only as far as Harper. Roberts brought down by Johnson. Here's Price. And now O'Reilly. Looks for Crooks. And Crooks finds Brook. And Falco's there. But half chances are all Spurs have mustered in the first half, and there haven't been very many of those. There's Brook. Crooks to his right, Falco to his left. And Brook, renowned for his powerful shooting, gets in one of Tottenham's better efforts. He's made a tremendous recovery from the dreadful car crash he was in last February, Gary Brook. Severe rib damage. But he's fought his way back to fitness, and in this poor first half for Tottenham, he's looked their best forward. Crooks. Well, Tottenham are nowhere at the moment. Everton are winning the ball in the middle of the field and causing difficulties for Tottenham defenders. Sheedy now. Heath is coming in on the far side. He's got Stephen behind him and forces a corner. A move which was started there intelligently by David Johnson further back for Everton, and he's now gone once again almost on the goal line. And that's Higgins, and he wasn't well marked either. Neither was Heath. Flags up for offside. Brooks. Reed. Well, the experiment of leaving out his star players for the moment appears to be rebounding on the Tottenham manager Keith Birkinshaw. Foul by Ratcliffe on Crooks. Crooks is there, but couldn't get over the ball. Here's Crooks. Everton are playing well collectively. They're surrounding the Tottenham player in possession and robbing him of the ball. It's been the pattern of the first half. Hunting in packs. Keith Birkinshaw kept faith with a winning team, but so far they haven't responded. A poor first half for Spurs, with Everton taking the chance to go in front through Peter Reid and adding to their score with a fine shot from Kevin Sheedy. New reading material for Tottenham supporters this season. The club are bringing out a monthly newspaper, which is quite separate from the club programme, which will still be issued in the normal way on match days. Well, for Spurs, the news gets worse and worse. To add to all the previous injuries, Paul Miller had an operation during the week for a cartilage. Gary Stevens withdrew from the England under-21 party only this morning. And now the news has come through to White Hart Lane that Ozzy Ardiles has been taken off in the reserve match at Ipswich. And that could mean, I fancy, a longer spell out for him. But back to business on the field here. They're 2 down. And if the team can't create a scoring chance, which they failed to do in the first half, then Alan Brazil is on the bench. Indeed, Jim Arnold hardly had any saves to make in the first 45 minutes. Crooks running on to Clement's kick, and it's a corner conceded by Ratcliffe. And what Spurs desperately need is a good start to the second half to get the crowd back on their side. And Falco. Crooks couldn't quite make it. O'Reilly had stayed forward. Falco battling away well. Good effort. Oh, that's a tremendous goal. He seems to pull them out early in the season, Mark Falco. And never have Spurs needed a goal like that more than at that very moment. It came almost out of nothing. He did extremely well to resist the challenge and keep possession. And Jim Arnold, who hardly had a shot to save before that, had no chance as it flew past him into the corner. So 2 minutes into the second half. Mark Falco scores his third in a few days. And that could change the course of the match. We shall see. A lot will depend on how Everton react now. Onside, Crooks. Brook is coming in from the far post. And Falco again. Oh, straight at the goalkeeper. Laid on by Crooks. Well pulled back, actually. And Falco, who'd scored from a far more difficult chance a minute earlier, at least got his shot on target and kept it down, but straight at Arnold. Here's Galvin. And now Perryman. And the purpose seems to have come back to Spurs. Here's Brook. And Falco's there again, well cleared by Ratcliffe. Inquest going on in the Everton defence. But Spurs are on a high. And Arnold just holds on. Well, Keith Birkinshaw will have enjoyed that goal, not just because it's put his team back on course, but it does confirm that Falco, even when things are going against him, is a player who'll battle. It was the way he actually resisted the challenge and kept the ball that the crowd were appreciating when he suddenly unleashed that shot. And the belief has come flooding back into the Tottenham side. In the same way that the first goal lifted Everton, this one has done the same for Spurs. And Crooks gets up, along with Higgins. And as Johnson cleared it, he was challenged by Falco. Sharp. Oh, that's a nice ball. And the player coming in is Heath, Rashidi's cross. Stephen. Forcing the corner off Nabbit. Higgins coming from deeper this time. And he got up above Falco, forcing a further corner for Everton. Presence of Higgins there, something which Falco, number 8, has got to watch. Half away by Nabbit, hooked back by Heath, and an offside flag is up, and this time it's seen. Linesman with the red flag on the far side. Phil Don was the man who was flagging before the corner which brought Everton's first goal. Having a good match, Peter Reid. Heath running on well. Oh, and he's taken on Roberts and brought another save out of Clements. It was a case of pace there, and Roberts is not slow, but Adrian Heath made a shooting chance. Falco looks for Crooks, and the free kick will go against him. Houghton. Well played by Nabbit to Galvin. Crooks trying to hold off Higgins. Harper finds Heath. It's cut and thrust now. Too much so in the case of Adrian Heath, who was penalised. His favourite to beat Crooks there, but needed Harper. And look at that for cool play by the two full-backs. Wouldn't have liked to have been in their shoes if one of them had made a mistake, because Howard Kendall was particularly hard on John Bailey in a recent match for being casual. But they've got away on the attack with Stephen to Harper. Stephen again. Well, people who accuse teams of putting safety first, we look back on that with some amusement. Spurs to make a substitution. Alan Brazil to come on. And Garth Brooks to go off. He's come on after 65 minutes with his side 2-1 down. Galvin. O'Reilly. Heath shaking off Price and looking for Sharp. Falco's header. O'Reilly. Brazil is running on for the flick. It was Brooks' header. And now Houghton. Spurs have got no option. They've got to carry the game to Everton and push players forward from deeper positions as well. Here comes Houghton now. Mabbutt. Galvin. Oh, that's well played. It's Houghton now. Good challenge, but he's still on the ball, Houghton. It was Higgins who intervened. Galvin. And finally Bailey. Tony Galvin set the play up, but as Chris Houghton juggled his way through there, it was Mark Higgins whose challenge was all important. O'Reilly and Price together. It's free, is it for Falco? No, away by Sharp. Brook. And this is where Tottenham are bound to be exposed. They've got to push players up. And Everton on the break have got 3 against 3. David Johnson. He's got Sheedy in support if he needs him. Oh, it's an offside. Offside against Trevor Stephen. Offside this time at the other end. Stephen looking for Johnson. He's got throw there. And a substitution this time by Everton. Kevin Richardson will come on and he will replace the scorer of the first goal, Peter Reid. It's one midfield player for another here. And Reid certainly played every bit as well as Howard Kendall had hoped. Roberts' header out. Richardson came through for his first touch. Now it's Ratcliffe, and his mistake enabled Brazil to latch on to the pass of Gary Brook. Still Brazil. He says corner. A question of whether Jim Arnold actually touched that or whether it might even have clipped the outside of the post. Rice coming through for a firm header. Brazil. This is Galvin. Perryman. If Spurs want to play a part in the championship race, they can't keep dropping home points. These last few minutes are vital. Galvin! And he could have saved one there. Alan Brazil with the flick. Galvin with the volley, but comfortably held by the goalkeeper. Here's Heath. And we're into the last 10 minutes. Mabbott for Spurs. Perryman. And again Mabbott. Brook on the right. 4 now going into the centre for Tottenham. Brazil is in there, but so was Harper. You can't go that way, says the goalkeeper. Houghton. Galvin to Perryman. Falco moving to the inside left position here. And now Sheedy looking left and then right. Ball was out. To the disbelief of Johnson. So a vital last 10 minutes here for Spurs. Can't afford a third indifferent home result in a row. O'Reilly. Roberts. Offside. A match littered with offsides, and although you could perhaps blame defenders for pushing up in the first half, certainly in the second half it's been more a case of forwards getting themselves caught rather than just thinking and checking. O'Reilly with space to carry the ball. It's been a good performance out there on the right by Gary Brook. Arguably Tottenham's best player today. He's always been available. And that's his cross. Clearance by Higgins. Perryman, O'Reilly. Over Bailey's head, or rather off Bailey's head. Roberts. O'Reilly. Brook again. Little exchange between Brook and Heath. Referee spotted it. Here's Brook. And there's Stephen away from Mabbott. Forward by Price. He's a calm character, Jim Arnold. A little bit in the Pat Jennings mould in terms of temperament. Houghton. Brazil to Falco, no. The interchange just not coming off for a moment for Spurs. Harper, offside, Johnson. So it's all or nothing now for Tottenham in the last 5 minutes. Houghton. Offside anyway. It's beginning to look as though Tottenham lost the match in the first half, or rather gave themselves too much to do in the second. But while Perryman's around, they'll go on battling in the last few minutes. Falco. Brook trying to get in on Bailey. Johnson. And Stephen. And now Harper. There's a spare man on that side for Everton. So, a third home performance which won't please the fans here for Spurs. Flags up anyway there. And Sheedy got caught by Roberts. Once play had, in fact, been stopped. Referee had a brief word with Graham Roberts. Falco to Brook. And Mabbutt darting forward, and that was awkward for Higgins. Galvin! But even before Galvin had the shot, Higgins doing pretty well to get the ball away from two Spurs players with one hook there. Offside against Sheedy. Here's Chris Houghton. Had a good match at centre-half, Mark Higgins. He's taken everything that's come onto him and inspired the others somewhat. And Johnson forward for Heath, but he's offside with a couple of minutes left. Here's Roberts, and he's been fouled by Heath. And could this be a late opportunity for Tottenham to salvage something? It's Houghton. Forward by Roberts. Higgins again. Roberts once more. Richardson the substitute to Johnson. And then it was Stephen, the crossfield ball to Sharp. Oh, Bailey, a good pass to Sheedy. Now, if he could just find Richardson inside, or maybe one of the two further over. But they were running into offside positions, and he was right to check with Sheedy. Here he is again. And again, they're caught. In the last minute now of normal time, Everton lead 2-1. crowd is under 30,000. But I think that's got quite a lot to do with the Day of Atonement, keeping away a number of Tottenham's supporters of the Jewish faith. Those that have come have seen Spurs struggle. They threaten to get back in the match. Is there time for one last assault? Falco. O'Reilly's in there. Still loose. Mabbott. And not away yet either. Or even now. Perryman. Brazil. Falco trying to get in on the far side, and as Galvin shapes to shoot, the whistle has gone for a push. That's sharp with Roberts. Chris Hughton well into stoppage time now. Galvin. Brook is free on the right, and Spurs have got 6 players forward with him. And this is surely their last chance. Jim Arnold having to put his cap on against the sun in these last anxious seconds. Richardson's header away. Everton had pulled everybody back. So it's Hughton for Spurs. And David Johnson is onside, but it won't matter because Everton have completed their first away win, and a very impressive performance it was by Howard Kendall's team. Deservedly taking the points, thanks mainly to their first half display, and a defiant revival for Tottenham with Mark Falco's goal was not enough, and they've now had 3 indifferent home results at the start of this season.